Good afternoon, everybody. We're live here from St. Gallen, Switzerland. This is Curling Champions Tour coverage of the European Masters Curling Champions Tour final. My name is Armin Harder. I'm here this afternoon with gold medalist Al Moore.
Good afternoon, Armin. Glad to be here.
And we've got a little delayed start here. We're into the second end already. Had some technical difficulties. I hope you hung in there. And we're presenting the semifinal action here from the Masters final. It will be Team Logan Gray versus Team Murdoch. And we're into the second end here. I believe Team Gray took one with the hammer in the first end. Murdoch now having the hammer.
Now, Logan was forced to draw against a pair of Murdoch stones in the forefoot and executed it perfectly. As you'll notice, Gray's team is Scotland's answer to the pants.
That's correct. The European Masters, which has been here for, this is the third season, the final, in St. Gallen, Switzerland, which is in the eastern part of Switzerland. And it is the top 8 teams off the tour ranking that are invited to this event to play for 8 teams to play for a total of $32,000.
You'll notice from the ice that Logan was giving there appears to be about 2 meters of curl. So there's lots of curling, and that should create an environment for some great shots.
Ice here at the St. Gallen Masters has always been very good. Lots of action on the rocks. We'll go through the list of teams that have played here this week. We've got some really high-profile teams. The brand new Vice World Champion, Team Eriksson from Sweden. We've got 2 Olympic medal winners with Murdoch and Edin.
Yeah, it's a top field, and
European champion Sven Michel from Switzerland. This looks like it's all over the guard.
Murdoch won't mind that one little bit. He's created 2 corner guards, and with all the curl in the ice, it's very difficult to protect stones. And Logan Gray knows that, so rather than try and place the guard, he's going to try and remove one or both of these corner guards.
So commentating with me here, co-commentating, Al Moore, who is the national trainer for the Swiss Curling Association, and who also coached Team Switzerland to a gold medal in St. John just a few weeks ago. Congratulations, Al.
Thank you very much. That was an exciting week, no doubt.
And I'm sure if we have some time during this, we'll come down to that, and we'll talk a little bit about your experiences in St. John.
Sure, later on perhaps.
And the status of European curling in the international world. As we see 2 top Scottish teams here.
Yeah, these are the 2 top Scottish teams. You'll see that David Murdoch
is
taking a fair amount of ice for barrier weight and backboard weight, quiet takeout weight.
Hard, guys!
In the other semi-final, we have an all-Swiss duel with Team Hess, the only undefeated team in the entire competition, playing against Team Pfister,
the same way,
young
Ross.
team that was 3rd at the Swiss Championships.
And they are featuring new player Reto Keller, who is fresh off a World Junior Champion and has now moved into the men's side, and Team Pfister have made a very good pickup, adding him to their roster.
So those two Swiss teams probably wouldn't have been really expected in this field to come ahead that far, considering we have Edin and
Like
Eriksson.
this will go, especially
Yeah,
that.
it shows that, talking about European curling, it shows how there's so much parity now, that on any given day, you better bring your A game or you'll find yourself on the bottom of the
Solid.
scoreboard.
Close to barrier.
But I kind of knew it. I was always going to hit it on the thin side.
We look at current European champion Sven Mikkel,
Real
for
hard, guys.
example, who hasn't won a game in this competition. And as I say, if you're not ready to play in this level of play, you're not going to be successful.
Michel playing without his regular second, Sandro Trulli.
Sandro's undergone some further knee surgery, and we wish him well in his rehab and recovery. And so playing with them is Michael Brunner, still junior, one of the top juniors in Switzerland. And he's filling the large void left by Sandro.
We'll introduce this team here, the two teams playing here in the next end. Eriksson, obviously no surprise that they may have struggled a little bit here, still with the jet lag, coming basically straight from Peking via Stockholm back into Switzerland. This event started on Wednesday.
Yeah, they may be a little, not just physically fatigued, but I'm sure mentally as well. All the high pressure games they played at the end of the week in Beijing to get to that gold medal final game is very wearing, and so to crank it up one more time is certainly a difficult task.
Toppy.
See Greg Drummond here, the Olympic silver medalist, third.
Just top four.
Team
No,
Murdoch.
We're breaking hard now though.
Trying
Get
to
it, go.
draw around the guard here.
Okay.
He's got a lot of room.
So here too much
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe a little too much ice, but the angle on the double is a little difficult.
Thought no, just because it wasn't at the same path. Same side, but just.
I think that the players, especially the skips, really enjoy this kind of ice because it does take a lot of skill to read your players and read the ice for the intermediate shots. The draws are fairly simple and the regular hits are fairly simple to read, but when you start playing the intermediate weight shots, that's where reading the ice is a little more tricky, and the skips, I'm sure, enjoy the challenge of doing that.
Like Scottish barrier up with that. And it really curled.
Logan Gray will be trying to maneuver these stones in a position where he can make a double takeout and get out of trouble. So he's left this stone in a position such that Murdoch can't hit and roll behind the guard, otherwise he'd be taking out his own stone. So he'll be trying to hit and roll over to the open side of the ice,
Down
and
barrier. Hot.
hoping that Logan's team can't make the double.
Yep. Hard. Hot. Whoa. Big roll. Yep. Big roll. Good.
Easy. Because if it's swinging, you take that anyway. And you hold the shooter with a double. You still like normal?
This is maybe a better shot, isn't it? I mean, if I made the double, I'm going.
Yeah.
And then he's coming around the corner and we've got to run the corner.
You like that then? Oh wait.
Barrier.
Okay.
Barrier at that.
Yeah, right there.
Like that.
Yeah. You missed that shot probably wasn't through anyway. You just have a go at it. And if any more
See, Logan has a different player playing third from what we've normally seen during the season. We've seen Glenn Muirhead on this
Put it in
team,
front of the yellow.
and
I think making the double in a
he's
row is
picked
not
up
great.
Grant Hardy, an up-and-coming
corner and then need to make a runner.
junior champion.
Muirhead was along with the Scottish team in Beijing as a spare.
Now, he may have found that this extra time off was just a little more than his employer perhaps would have liked to have had. So they've certainly picked up a quality replacement, Grant Hardy.
Logan Gray has been fairly successful on the tour this year. He's ranked 6th overall.
Yeah, very consistent performers. Always seems to be in the hunt for
I believe he
for
won,
money.
He won Basel,
Trying to swing.
or did he?
They move this. Yours. Yeah. Like, can you had some draws there that moved here. So just like a kind of like farmer's barrier, eh? Okay.
You're behind him. That's the actual coverage.
Barrier! Close. Yep, yep. Whoa. Yep, yep, yep. Gotta go. Hard, hard. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Yeah. I'll get it going. Our best hope was nose after that. Brave. It's a bit brave taking more than that. I know, well, that was it, you know. Nose was always giving us something.
You want to hear more?
I don't think so.
So there'll be a double attempt here from Logan Gray. Need to double them out. Make sure that
Close. Yep.
Murdoch doesn't score his deuce.
Whoa. Hard. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Just missed it. So, Logan Gray,
for the waist.
having
If it's
placed
same way,
third at
let's-
Basel,
Let us know, because
third in Edinburgh,
Judge.
and first at the Perth Masters.
He's been in the money 5 of the 6 events that he's been in. So here he is again. Going to take some money home again this week.
Barrier.
He's won
Hard.
19,000, almost 20,000 Canadian dollars.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Good, Dave.
And
It's probably something like about 13,000
a nice,
pounds sterling.
nice clean takeout there, controlled weight from David Murdoch. Scores 2 points here in the second after 2 ends of play here at the European Masters in St. Gallen. Murdoch leads Logan Gray with a score of 2-1 after 2 ends of play.
Murdoch's played 11 events this year on the combination of World Curling Tour and the Curling Champions Tour. He has qualified in 5 of those events. His best place is a 5th place finish. And he's won a total of 13,000 Canadian dollars, which is more in the neighborhood of about 9,000 pounds sterling.
You got your calculator in your head.
Yeah.
There's Murdoch's tour this year wasn't that successful. They've actually had some struggling. Not so many. A lot of did not qualifies in there or lower ranking. I think their highest ranking was a 5th, 2 5th, 3 5th places.
But he got the one that counted for him, the silver medal at the Olympics. So have to count that as a successful season, coming home with a silver medal from Sochi.
And coming to the tour final, coming into the semifinals, is at least increased that ranking.
Let it set. Just go over bend. Okay, okay. Keep going, Grant. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Good shot.
So lead Richard Woods puts up a corner guard.
See, Murdoch's got his brush way out there in the middle of the 12-foot. Try and come around here. So that's lots of curl.
Line's great.
which is really nice. That's what we like.
It's what the curlers love. They love to play on ice that swings.
Keep on it. Line's perfect.
Organizing committee here and the ice makers, m.stgallen, they've done a great job once again this year.
Keep going. Good shot, Mike.
Very good shot there from Michael Goodfellow.
Even a bump on this is good.
Don't think Gray can remove that top shot. I don't think it's still in the free guard zone roll.
Yeah, still the free guard. He'll be looking for a split on either of those stones, either the one in the top of the house or the one in the 4-foot. And trying to later perhaps use that corner guard he has got in place.
Just to your way. Back to your way.
Hard.
T.
Hard to split.
Working it hard.
Keep going, boys. Good.
Just want to get a piece of it
And again, Roscoe.
and roll in behind the guard or get in as far as behind they can get.
Long way off that.
I knew the brush was in a good spot.
Yeah, I think European curling is quite healthy. On the women's side, we had 2 medalists, the Swiss and the Russians. And on the men's side, all 3 medalists were from the Europeans at the
Yeah,
Worlds.
the curling world is certainly shrinking. All these top teams now travel all over the globe trying to get the best competition. So they're not strangers to anybody anymore. Everybody knows everybody. They've seen each other play. And the level is, as teams put more and more into it, the level is just getting higher and higher. I think everybody's starting to learn what it is you have to do to compete at your top level, and you actually really do need to get out and play competitions all around the world. You're getting different conditions and you're getting the best teams. And familiarity with being in that situation, being in finals, being in semifinals, playing in arenas, that all leads to a huge amount of experience when you start to get to things like World Championships and Olympics, that it's not such a strange beast anymore. And certainly none of these teams are anymore, I don't think, in awe of any of the players that they've perhaps looked up to in the past, that they've now played them. So there's that awe factor kind of disappeared. And now they can try, and each team tries to bring their very best game every time they step on the ice, knowing that if they can perform, they can win.
Murdoch will be happy if this bites the rings. It
Looks
just
like
came
it-
back in again.
A little bite there. Logan Gray now can either ignore those stones at the front of the house and use that corner guard that he put up, or he can try hit and roll.
By all indication, he's doing exactly that, indicating to go with the intern around the corner guard.
You know, the stones really that Murdoch has at top of the house are really not any threat to Logan Gray. They're not that close to the center. They're not blocking his path. So he's going to take this opportunity to try and sink one of his own behind the corner guard and try and create a chance for
High line.
2 points or 3 points.
Okay, it's all Grant then.
4. Line's good.
Coming down now. Get the weight right. You need to go everything to tuck it. Yep, go hard. I don't care if you go back T. Go.
Go.
See how much
Keep
curl
going,
there
keep
is.
going for line. Hard.
Really,
Ross. Full step, boys.
it's buried behind that corner guard, but you can actually get to it quite easily.
Yeah, I think Dave Murdoch said they can see half, so they're talking about something near hack weight. They don't have to shave the guard that closely. I think if they come within 7 or 8 centimeters of that guard with the right weight, they'll easily remove it. Greg Drummond had a fabulous Olympics. He played very, very well for the whole week and really was instrumental in that team's success in Sochi.
Gotta go.
Al Moore was at the Olympics
hard.
working with the
Real
alt
hard.
team.
Okay. Keep going.
That,
Keep going. Go.
all over the guard, that one.
Go. Good.
Okay, they hit the
Coming
guard
up
here,
just
but
a-
where they rolled to is a little bit of a problem
this.
for Logan Gray.
And we
It's
know-
something that
We need
Murdoch
to head
can
on the
perhaps
nose, though.
use
We
later
can't-
on
we
to
can't
get out
come
of his
underneath.
trouble.
Nose is in though, aye.
Huh?
Nose lies too.
Yeah, nose lies too. It's either that
Okay.
or like this.
Yep.
There's a double there.
Happy with nose.
Okay.
Wide two.
Barrier.
But as you said, that center guard is still problematic for him.
I think even if Murdoch was able to get behind the center guard, because of the big swing in the ice,
No.
Yep.
No.
any
Hard.
stone is accessible if you throw quite enough weight.
Good.
And still lying two. Just biting a little bit better, I would think. At least from my
Murdoch having a,
perspective up here.
yeah, Murdoch having a good look, but our overhead camera shows that the red is definitely a second shot. We hope that whoever placed the cameras did a really great job. He's not going to try the double. He's going to try the hit and roll. If he can get anywhere behind any of those three stones over there, he's going to create some problems for Logan Gray. So he's got a rather large margin for error here. Having just seen this shot, this part of the ice, thinks he knows what it's going to do.
Whoa! Whoa! Yes! Hard, 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 hard! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Very nice shot.
Good, good.
And that finishes up right behind that center guard.
Good, good.
So I guess Gray must be very concerned about the guard sitting there right now, but he would probably have to take a run at the one in the forefoot if he can get at it.
Yeah, I think he can probably get it with
Got nothing.
quiet hack weight.
Yeah, there'll be loads of curl though. You'll be okay.
The guys are saying we got nothing, which means they can't see any of it from the hack. But
Forefoot.
sometimes you just have to
Trust the
believe
broom,
what
huh?
the ice is doing.
Happy with that?
Think so. You threw three before it was went back 8.
Well, ice looks exceptional at the moment here.
Heavy. Heavy.
Close. Yep.
Yep. Yeah!
Hard.
Hard!
Sweeper's really working this one, trying to get it by the guard.
Line's good.
Whoa!
I did curl.
Nice weight.
Go on the yellow.
Go,
Go,
babes.
Ross, go hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Keep sweeping that and get it covered.
Good shot. Nice.
I didn't manage to get it out of play, but he did manage to remove it from the button, and he has got it partly under cover. And Murdoch's going to have to be very, very careful with this, because if he's ever touched that red stone at the front and push it over on the other yellow, then Gray would have a shot at 3.
Run the double with your first one, then you might have something with your next. I think I like that better.
I think you'll find Dave will probably ignore
Hey, you
that
can
stone
play
and
the
just
outturn,
draw
Dave,
around,
too.
I'm liking this
cold,
better than anything, to be honest.
or take a run at the double.
Yeah. Don't really want to be high
He's
side
in
of
a
this.
little bit.
And he's going to take a run at the double.
Decision made.
The danger is trying to get through that stone, even though you can see half of it.
Like
The
this?
hole's very small, and if he rubbed either guards, there's a good chance he could put another red stone in for second shot and leave Gray an opportunity for 3. He knows that playing this, even if he doesn't make it, is it'll be open on the next one. The worst case scenario is he'd give up a 2.
Heel!
Silver
Yep.
Olympic
Hard.
medalist,
Hard.
David Murdoch.
Hard! Gotta go hard!
Just misses it.
Probably that's the almost the worst of both. Just missed the double and left the guard partly in front. If Logan Gray can,
Get on the inside of this, eh?
if he comes around and shows half and half, could be difficult for Murdoch to get it out.
I think he's got to be worried about Murdoch going around the center guard with his last.
Well, certainly if you make this perfect, that might be, Murdoch would probably try, I'm sure he'd probably try a raise with that front yellow. I don't know whether he's taking the brush well outside the
Wow.
12-foot.
Stone first.
He's trying to come around the yellow guard biting the top of the house and just show David Murdoch half
Take a
of
bit of
each
fact, you're
stone,
walking
half
this way,
of the
you
red
don't like
stone
this.
that's already in the house and half of the one he's about to throw, which should complicate things for Murdoch. If he can get it into that location,
Leaving a double.
would be tough for Murdoch.
I'm kind of like, I'm kind of
To get 'em
thinking
both
top
out.
eight's good here. I don't want to leave him that freeze.
So he's looking
Here's
at
the
coming in
problem.
somewhere about 2 o'clock,
'Cause
biting
them
the
are
forefoot. If you look at the
But I'm kinda
forefoot as a
thinking,
clock,
as long
with
as we're
12 o'clock
kinda
at the top, he'd like to be
covering
somewhere
the
about
inside
2
of this.
o'clock, maybe 2:30, just biting the forefoot, which would cover part of the one.
Probably like, that one's just
in the
just
house
past
already.
tee, like the center of the stone.
And his own shot would be covered partly by the Murdoch stone in front.
0510.
And
God, I
Two
think
here
you can
with
almost
these
take
shots.
more.
When he finishes here,
shot he's contemplating is certainly the one that would cause Murdoch the most headaches.
We're to you, I think.
Whoa, got it, Carl.
To you. No, we're okay.
Line's good,
Line's
close.
good.
Line. Well, mate. Well,
away.
mate. Well, mate. Line's good. Line's good. Line's really good. Hard line. Hard line. Hard.
hits him pretty good. Needs
He's actually over curled that just a little bit more than he wanted to, leaving the back stone exposed, not completely exposed.
Over Carl.
But I think Murdoch's going to take a run at this run back with his own yellow stone. He could possibly remove both reds and perhaps sit buried himself if he can hit it almost right on the nose.
And we
Not-
see for takeouts how little ice they're giving.
Yeah, he's throwing it hard. This will be coming down the ice with some heat behind it. Basically trying to hit it right on the nose, right on the nose. Pretty close to making a double.
Pause. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Murdoch's last rock here in the third end, trying to double them out, jams it.
And that'll leave Gray a draw anywhere in the
It's 12.
8-foot circle for 2.
Stays to be in the 8-foot. I threw that intern quite positively, eh?
I got 95 on it.
I thought it would be here slower.
0510 here,
Needs
boobs.
to catch a piece
Is that
of
the
the
same
8
path
foot.
as it
Score is deuce.
Must be pretty close.
You want less?
Allowing for 6 feet or almost 2
I agree
meters
with
of
that.
curl on this one.
Line's good. Line's good. Your weight only. Fight the 8.
Just keep it moving. Okay, don't keep it moving.
Put my stopwatch on that one and got 14 and a half seconds.
Don't need any encouragement to sweep. Like.
Right on
So nice speedy ice, well executed. 2 for Gray. He'll take a 3-2 lead after 3 ends of play.
And we're coming here to you live from St. Gallen, Switzerland with the European Masters final of the Curling Champions Tour for the season of 13-14. My name is Armin Harder, and I'm here with Switzerland's national trainer and gold medal coach, Al Moore.
Good afternoon.
Al Moore originally from Vancouver, but is thinking of taking up permanent residence in Switzerland.
I saw some castles available for rent in Bern. Perhaps, Armin, you could be talking to them and
Yeah, it's
upgrade my living quarters.
Swiss curling, of course, paying you all that money, so much to afford a castle.
Looks like that stone that Richard Woods just threw picked or looking at some debris on the ice, but it looks like it's sliding down pretty well. So maybe just ran it over. And he's throwing it perfectly in the top of the forefoot.
We just saw a view here of the stadium. Really done a nice job fixing this place up for this championships final.
Yeah, and there's also some big windows to the outside, and for those that may be still experiencing
Line's good.
some late winter temperatures, it's about 20 degrees
Way to
here
go. Gotta go
and
then.
sunny
Outside, Al.
outside,
yeah.
not in the arena, but 20 degrees and sunny outside, and it has been for the last week, so we've been blessed with some really nice weather. Doesn't feel like curling season at all right now.
Well, it's been a fairly mild winter altogether as compared to Canada, I think.
So you can finish it in.
Yeah, I think there's still some pockets that are still experiencing some snow flurries there, so don't put the shovels away yet.
Line's okay.
Dave
One,
Murdoch threw up
line's
a
good.
corner guard, trying to
Keep it
generate
running.
points. He'd probably like it a little closer to the house. With a lot of curl in the ice, you want to try and bring your corner guards closer to the house
Hard,
because
boys. Get to
getting
center,
behind
come
that
on.
corner
Let's
guard,
go.
it could still be removed with a
Come on,
hack weight
Roscoe, keep going,
takeout.
keep going right to the death.
That
Go, go,
guard
go,
is
go,
out
go.
quite a ways, too.
And
Sure, Woods would have liked to have had this guard a little closer.
I think Richard would have liked to have that stone right close to the house or even in. I think his range probably had been tight to the house or in, so that's really a half miss shot leaving it that long. Murdoch can certainly get to that stone, tap it back, and get in behind the guard. And for these players, it's all about understanding what their range is for all the shots and being sure that they have what we, I guess, call pro side misses. See Logan trying to get that stone to the boards because it was in the free guard zone, so he can get it back, and that's another big mistake by Team Murdoch.
Tight,
Going tight, you want in.
tight.
Yeah, Logan working that stone hard on the replay, trying to get it to the boards. If he can get it to touch the boards, as it is a free guard stone, he gets to replace that back where it was. So he's called for this to be a tight guard, not in. The front end confirmed that he wants a tight guard, not in the house.
Heck, hard.
Light on light.
Hard. Just stay top the guard if you can.
Again, this one curling right away. I don't know if that caught some debris or... No, I think it must have caught some debris. It, well short of the hog line and kicked down the ice. So the teams are trading a few mistakes here. That one started to curl early, so I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Ross and say that that one caught some debris.
No. No. Good. Real nice. Good. Good.
Am I just putting it in or am I sliding? I feel like I slid okay and I was sliding. It was like,
You slid okay.
I just need to put it back.
Just
Easy.
If you want to know the ranking of these two teams on the Curling Champions Tour this year, Logan Gray's team were ranked 6th overall,
Clean.
and Dave Murdoch's team was ranked 11th. And they were the top two Scottish ranked teams on the
Go busy. Hard.
order of merit.
Good job.
There's a nice hit and roll. Sven Michel, leader, playing here, but not really going to take any money home this week. May just hang on to his
Good way this
first
time.
place, though, overall ranking.
not much less. Not
Second
much.
place, Thomas Olsrud,
Yeah.
world champion.
Third place, Pascal Hess in the semifinals, looking to perhaps grab top share of that money and move up the board.
I don't think he'll make first anymore, but he can certainly pass Olsrud for that second place overall. Overall
Okay there.
ranking award.
Think so.
teams are now fighting for position on this shot. They'd like to get
Yep, gotta
a
go.
little hit and roll
Whoa.
behind the one in the, and get it in front of the tee line
Wow.
behind the guard.
Clean.
No. Clean only.
A lot of rotation. You'll see with a little extra rotation, a little weight, it doesn't curl. And that's what I said earlier about the challenging part of trying to figure out how much the ice will curl on those intermediate weight shots. We know it goes fairly straight on a takeout and curls a lot on a draw, but what does it actually do in the middle? And that's what the teams are jockeying with, trying to out-duel each other.
Jump, jump.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. 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 Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice little roll by Greg Drummond. He had quieter weight, just hack weight, and get that late movement. So Gray's team, I'm sitting right behind this, and they can probably see a little less than half of that stone. So not much there for them.
Nice. Whoa.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
They
Right
would
off.
like to force
Whoa.
Murdoch here just
Right
to
off,
take
it's good.
one
No.
On you go,
in
Vince.
this fourth
Yeah,
end.
Oscar, wing it.
And they don't even mind if Murdoch blanks.
Great shot, Grant. Play.
Body up. Here.
Nice shot there by Grant Hardy. Nice quiet control weight. Well read down the ice.
Barrier. Form barrier. Form. Close. Good.
Where to go?
A roll opportunity here for
Barrier.
Gray.
We're kind of happy from the blank here, though, right?
So wondering
Especially
whether you
high,
should
right?
take a shot
stick
at
it
this
in the
run or just let Murdoch blank.
Yeah.
The problem is if he tries to get the roll and gets it 3/4 of the way, that'll make an easier roll for Murdoch to get behind cover. So I think he's chosen to try and hit this on the
Blank's good
nose,
for us,
maybe
eh?
roll slightly to the outside,
Let's just stick in the wing.
and either let Murdoch have a shot at the roll
Just easy.
or blank the end. Because he's got 1 point lead, he doesn't mind Murdoch blanking the fourth end. That would put his team in a position of being up one after even ends.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Close. Yep. Whoa. Clean.
Yep.
Hard. Hard.
He'll hit it and stay right there. So now it's up to Murdoch to make that decision. I think he's going to take a run at the roll.
You just set it a little bit, that's why I just called you off it.
Teams have been here since Wednesday.
It's actually a pretty relaxed schedule for them. It's not 2 or 3 games a day, so they've probably got an opportunity to get out and enjoy.
Yeah, they've also had to, they did a little pro-am with sponsors and that on Wednesday afternoon, which was good fun. Lots of people came out for that.
Form barrier.
Pretty awesome hotel they're in.
Yep.
Nice
Hard, real hard.
wellness hotel. Teams are enjoying.
Hard for a piece now. Hard for a piece.
So it's not just curling.
Now, this is probably one of the most enjoyable events these guys get to play in. I mean, it's relaxed, high level competition, but certainly not exhausting competition.
Practice.
Now, Dave's made a big mistake there by rolling out.
Give me edge of 12.
He's allowed Logan the chance to get in behind and force him to 1 point at the very worst, if not steal one. Dave had to be sure to stick on that one.
Stick and just kind of. Philly 12 is perfect, I think.
I guess it's all a bit slower, we'll make 3 seconds here.
And at
Thanks.
the same
Well,
time, while
last
this
week I got 98.
competition is going on, there's also the S.CO Open taking place, which has about 40 teams in it.
I mean,
So it's a good opportunity for all these recreational curlers to spend some time with these top athletes.
Yeah, and perhaps learn a little bit about what they can do themselves to
Line's close.
jump up into this level.
Yep, there's a
Hard
lot
line.
of junior teams out there
Line's
playing today, I noticed. A lot of
Keep going,
youth.
boys.
Line's a little
I
low.
see some of them sitting in
keep
the
going.
stands making notes.
Hard.
Keep going,
You
guys. Line's great.
instructed them to do that,
Come on,
I
Ross.
hope.
Line's
No?
really good.
Dig in. Dig in.
I always encourage them to watch higher level
Go on,
players.
Go on, hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Never
Guys
off,
are
never
working
off,
this
never
hard.
off.
Make sure it
Great
gets
sweep,
into the
boys.
house.
Great sweep.
It's in the house. It's not close to the button, but it's done its job. It's forced Murdoch to take a single point, which he really didn't want to do.
That's perfectly buried. That was a nice
As I'm
shot.
looking out across the ice, I noticed that each of the teams has been outfitted in their own team color by local sponsors.
That's
give me
Yako,
here, Greg.
which is the clothing
No
sponsor.
danger. Aye, up to speed,
So that every team has a different color. We've got red and teal and green, yellow, blue, black, a bright orange,
And we have
and a white.
Bernie Verteman, who's originally from Basel, in the
line's
color
fine.
green, which is
Right
the
to the line.
SCO colors. Heard that was a topic.
I don't know how the colors were determined, whether they had to draw for it, but Murdoch makes a nice draw for his single point. The point he didn't want.
That ties up the game.
Half,
4 ends of play. Gray versus Murdoch here at the European Masters final in St. Gallen with a score of 3-3.
Mike's just not been super positive. We've never really flashed in the high side anyway, so. Yeah, good position, boss. Yeah. Okay.
So that's halfway through our game. We're not taking a full halfway break. Teams have had a little break to talk about tactics for the last half of the game. And Murdoch will be probably trying to go hard here, trying to force Gray back to a single so that then he can get Hammer back and go hard for his 2 points in the sixth end. So I'm sure you'll see Murdoch now throwing a guard. He doesn't want to be in the house. He doesn't want to let Logan Gray blank this end.
Just a reminder to viewers, we're playing 8 ends.
Line's tight, line's tight, line's tight. Weight's good, halfway.
That's going sideways now, this rock.
That was 6 inches more ice, same spot.
Yeah. And so that stone not being on center.
Could have used a little bit more rotation, I think. One thing you want to make sure is you have enough rotation when it curls this much.
So interesting call here. This is a choice by the skip. He could be aggressive and try and go around that and score his 2 points.
Needs to go.
Or he can draw just into the open in the house, which basically sends the message that
Hard, boys. Really the corner.
he wants to blank this end.
If it's not going to reach, leave it. Whoa, whoa.
And he's expecting that if he draws in the house, that Murdoch will.
We keep the speed up
will
this
hit
end.
that.
We're going to do that quick end.
In fact, it's come a little short, so it's come up as a corner guard.
Yeah.
And that
It would have
gives
been fine if I had the run in.
that gives Murdoch the first chance to get in the house.
Just a quick look at some of the other games here. These are lower ranking games. Eriksson 3-1 over Verteman. They will play out all 8 rankings here, so there's kind of like 2 semifinals going here. And
Let's
we
try
have
and bump
Edin
it
over
in.
Michel. Michel's just not having a good tournament.
Now, they may be a little burned out. I'm not sure, but they shouldn't be any more burned out than anybody else.
Or Edin. I mean, I think they've had the same schedule basically. But both those teams will be heading to the players next week. So
Whoa!
Every end
hard.
of that game featured
Really
a
hard,
huge
boys.
pile of stones in the house. So they're just going after each
Whoa,
other.
whoa,
enjoying
whoa.
this a little bit
Get
and
in
having
the
fun
corner.
with it. Gray Murdoch,
Yep,
that's
hard,
our game.
hard,
All
hard,
tied up
hard.
at 3 after
Okay,
4 ends.
whoa.
And here's the other semifinal. And Hess, with a steal in the third, is leading Pfister 3-2. And the winner of that will face the winner of our game in the final. And we will be showing that tomorrow. And that will be an evening game, somewhere around 19:30 or so.
I think that's to allow all the teams to go golfing tomorrow morning.
I think they've got something planned like that.
Barrier! Form barrier! Whoa. Yep, yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Stick it there.
And tomorrow night there will be a big banquet. In the final of the S.c.gallen Open, the semi-final finals of the S.c.gallen Open.
That's pretty flat. I
The
don't think you can make that.
recreational event taking place here will be on Sunday.
Barrier.
Marco Battilano, the president of the organizing committee here,
Yep.
and his crew have done a great job
Whoa. Whoa.
hosting this again this year.
Close.
Yes!
Yep.
Yeah, I think they got it down to a science
Hard.
now.
Hard.
This is really moving,
Good shot.
and they managed to hold it just enough to get partially buried.
Much enough. You got half? Yeah?
Yeah, I've got this.
Oh, the players just confirming what speed they're going to throw down the ice and which stone they're throwing.
Yep. Hard! Hard! Gotta go!
This one's tight to the guard.
Christ.
In fact, touches it. Small consolation as he has covered up his own stone in the house,
That's 10.
which probably means that this end is
Put it
not going to be
alongside that.
blanked. So Logan Gray is going to now switch into let's get a 2 mode.
I could almost get round it, but I don't know if that leaves.
Get round what?
Got a piece. That's all.
Of this.
Got a
You
wee
can't
bit.
have much.
The option, of course, is to draw the open
Right
side
alongside this yellow is kind of top
and
8.
stay away from that yellow stone completely.
You could probably draw halfway around that, couldn't you, Al?
The way the ice is moving, they could probably almost get fully buried on the tee line. The difficulty with going a little too deep is they'll leave Murdoch a hit and roll off the stone at the top of the 8-foot. So they don't really want to be too deep on this
Good
one.
line.
7.
Could do it curling a bit.
Ross Patterson.
Bib. Switch. Can you go way past it?
Always a
No, you're not
difficulty
bad.
when you have the stone at the
okay,
top
put
of
it
the
here,
4-foot is trying to
Coming
figure
down
out where
there,
another one can be put so that you don't
Yep,
leave
go
some
hard.
kind of a double.
Okay. Okay. And roll. Yep.
Drummond can probably make all these stones disappear. It looks to be about a half a stone. The curler's favorite double, a half stone. Half might just miss that his own yellow one and save it.
Form barrier. Oh. Whoa. Form. No. No. No.
Waiting for it to curl here.
Oh, right in the beak's okay.
So they hit it right in the nose. Kind of closed off that side of the house now for Gray. As I said, choice to go, you go around those stones.
That's fine. That's fine. That's good there.
James, just slash them.
Yeah.
Okay. Normal.
He's chosen, he's going to try and make a more difficult shot.
Grant.
Hit maybe 2/3 of that front
That's so
stone.
easy.
Roll over to the other side and perhaps remove both yellow stones. Which might also keep the blank alive if 2 doesn't work out.
Yep. Yep.
Certainly keep the blank alive. He has to remove both yellow stones.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay, that's fine. That's okay.
That was a tough shot. I'm not sure that's what I would have played. I'm thinking that perhaps I would have just drawn the open side. Now he's left himself in a position where he could be forced to one. So Murdoch's going to try and hit this one and rolls toward the open side, which will put Team Gray in a position where they'll be forced to take a point.
Hard. Close. Whoa. Okay. Thought I might get it here that way. That's all right.
Gives the opportunity to hit and roll to the inside here.
That's there, flat off.
I know behind that.
Yeah, precise hitting and rolling is difficult on ice that
Same way,
swings
left
so
to
much.
double,
So
No,
when you call
dead
those
flat.
kind of shots, you have to be prepared that the likelihood of making them is smaller.
Easy.
Straighter ice, it's much easier to read, but with ice that curls so much, it's much more difficult to be precise with the rolls.
These rocks are generally fairly lively too.
Yep. Whoa.
Hard.
Yep.
So they
Whoa,
also
whoa,
add
whoa,
to the difficulty.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Go, go. Well, please.
Shot.
Nice roll by Grant Hardy. Left Murdoch no option but to play the run back. Lucky for him, it's a relatively short run back, so
Pistol.
throwing peel weight, he knows his stone's gonna. Throwing clearing weight, probably throwing a stone that's going to be 7 seconds between the hog lines, and there won't be much curl here, so it'll be fairly easy to read. Looking for basically a nose hit.
Heel! Oh!
He pushed that one out a little bit, and in fact it was about a 6.5 second stone.
It's not bad shout,
He
yeah.
pushed it out a bit, and when you push it out a bit with
Yeah,
that
keep bumping
speed,
it, okay,
it's not going to come back.
Bibsy, is
That
this
is-
stupid?
I call it just splitting the rings here.
So Gray's got 2 more rocks to come here,
brings 3
trying
into
to
it.
figure out where to put.
Yeah, what he's looking at is perhaps freezing the pocket of that one and potentially getting 3. The danger, of course, is that
Bring 3 into
if he's
it.
not precise, he could set up a double and get Murdoch out of it. A more conservative call,
If he ever hits
or
the top
perhaps
one, no, we're
smart
scoring
in the situation where the score is tied 3-3. A 2-point lead is large. He could simply draw the T line
Save two going here.
right where they're now indicating,
Shot here.
and that would make it difficult.
Yeah.
Difficult
not-
for Murdoch to not give Gray a chance for 2.
High.
And I think they've decided the more conservative call is the one they'd like to make.
Say, quite like the freeze in that pocket, like, but it's a tough way to get it right.
Now he's still talking about making the freeze on the pocket. If he could freeze in that pocket, it'd be very difficult for Murdoch to remove the stones, and he could get potentially 3.
Corner of the 8 foot.
But it would have to be a perfect shot.
I'll just go the same speed aside and just give it a little prod.
That should be okay.
Line's good.
Clean only.
Like the 8. Needs to move a little. You going here?
Trying to make
Going
these
here.
stones even so there's no double. That's the sweeper's job, is to
Right.
sweep them.
Have a
And
look.
if they
have a look,
found
have a
they
look.
can't be deeper, they're going to go make the angle extreme.
That's good there.
So it's a thin double. It's not an it's not a
I gave it.
one that's pleasing to the eye. Pleasing to the eye, the curlers generally like to hit
Proud moment.
half of the object stone to make the double. This one, of course, is quite a bit
horrible
less.
then,
It's
huh?
probably less than a quarter of a stone,
What you liking?
which is a little more dangerous when you're playing with a smaller piece of the stone.
Yeah, but unless you're rolling exactly in front of it, I think that's an easy hit up there. I think this is a hard hit back here. You've got to be perfect on those.
Talking about the difficulty of hitting the
mean,
one
I've
on the
got-
back,
I've got a hit that's
probably
perfect too,
because of the curl.
but-
Yeah, he said the choices are either not to play the double but play the hit and roll, or to hit the one at the back on the nose and hope that
What were you happy
Gray
with,
will
Dave?
roll out with his shot, because they said it doesn't think it's an easy hit and stay,
Hey, 63 's
but he
nice,
thinks he
isn't
can make it.
It is a wee bit.
So that's the two thoughts in Murdoch's mind right now, and he'll just have to finally make a decision
like
about
Greg?
which one feels right to him.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I was playing it,
And
I'd play
often
the
that's
head
what
roll,
it is.
but
It's which one feels right to the player throwing the stone.
If the outturn.
I'd probably play it off the out turn, but it's whatever you're happy with. If you're not comfortable with the shot, Dave,
Yeah.
we'll play something else. Yeah, you can play off of both turns, to be fair.
Yeah.
The team also trying to encourage
Thing is, we
Dave to
haven't
pick
had
the one
many
that
hits down
feels
here.
comfortable
No,
to
I
him.
don't know exactly where to
If
put
you
it
come,
down
if
for
you
that,
come
like.
on the end, you're sliding off it.
Yeah.
Like you can hit.
Well, actually, like, yeah. Okay. Like this off. Barrier up, barrier up.
They've made a decision. They're going to try and play the hit and roll. So he'll be trying to look at hitting maybe slightly less than half a stone with quieter weight to save the shooter. Maybe a half a stone, a little less. As we say, a skinny half. And roll right in front of the other Gray stone to make it difficult for Gray to remove past his own.
David Murdoch here with his last
Close.
rock.
Yep.
In this fifth end, trying to salvage
Hard.
as much as he can.
Whoa, whoa.
Gets one, needs to stay shot.
Very nice.
That worked out for him.
That's about as good as he could have done. Very nice shot. So it's going to force Gray to play one of these intermediate weight shots. Probably play about hack weight. And push the Murdoch stone out and save his shooter.
Aye, you're right. You're right. It wasn't an turn shot. Yeah, it wasn't an turn. You're never making that now, though. You're not brave enough to make that now.
Throwing the fresh air to hit a turn.
Yeah.
So I think they've called back line. So that's going to be obviously a little less weight than they would have for a draw. A little less ice than they'd have for a draw, but
Oh, yeah, it's this stone as well.
and
Grant,
you'll see they haven't
give me a
got 2
bit
meters
more.
of ice.
Give me max. More.
So this is where speed and ice have to match. If he overthrows it, it won't curl. If he underthrows it, it'll curl too
No,
much.
no, no,
Close.
Perfect.
No.
Just like.
no.
Whoa.
You've got nothing.
No.
Coming now, coming now.
No.
Clean,
Clever.
clean, clean, clean,
Whoa.
clean. Yep, yep. Yeah!
Great shot.
Well done, well read,
4
well
of 2
judged.
for Logan Gray.
So Gray is, as we find quite often, that it's very difficult to blank when the other team doesn't want you to. He was forced to 2, which he'll be happy to take and put on the scoreboard. And that gives him what I would say would be a mini control of this game.
Score is now, after 5 ends of play, 5-3 for the Team Gray over Team Murdoch.
Well, Murdoch knows that a 2 is almost imperative this end, and you'll probably notice he'll be increasing the amount of risk he's going to take in trying to score that 2. On the other side, Gray will be trying to keep things simple in the house where he can play lots of takeouts. So with only 3 ends left to go, Murdoch's hoping to, his plan is to get 2, force Gray to 1, and then get 2 more to win the game. 7-6 would be what his objective is. On the other side, Logan Gray's plan is to force Murdoch to 1. In this end, either score 1 or blank the 7th end, and then run Murdoch out of stones in the last end.
Well, this is not really where Logan wanted his first rock to go. A little bit long over the tee line. We're here in the 6th end of the European Masters Final. Live from St. Gallen, Switzerland. This is one semifinal game between Murdoch and Gray. The other semifinal is an all-Swiss affair. The winner of this game will face the winner between Hess and Pfister.
And they're also in the sixth end.
Hess and Pfister maybe a little bit of a surprise coming through here with Michel as a Swiss team playing in this event. Also Edin and Eriksson. So
And we have one completed game. I think
Line's okay.
Adine playing Mikel. I think
High line.
Adine has scored another big end after being up, and
If you can. If you can.
that
and
game is
here we
over.
see the score 5-2 for Hess. Hess being really on a roll here. The only team that went undefeated through the round robin.
That side,
So they really didn't have a very good Swiss championships. But doing well here at the final.
Hard. Hard. Real hard. Hard, guys. Go, 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 go.
Okay.
And Nicholas Adine put another 3 points on the board in the fifth end to create a 7-2 lead over Team Mikel, and that was enough. Those teams were shaking hands and retired for a beverage.
Yep. Hard.
But the European champion really not getting
Yep.
a
Not
handle
getting any
on
respect.
this week.
Getting no respect at all.
No respect. Happens to the best of us.
Yep, it doesn't matter what you won before. It's all about what you're doing today.
All other games are fairly close. Eriksson with a 3-1 lead over Vertemont, ranking the fourth and the fifth. Those are for they're playing for the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth spots.
Punch it.
There's all money involved in each one of those rankings. A total of $32,000 on the line, which is quite good for 8 teams.
Yeah, excellent for 8 teams.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Plus bragging rights. To
Nice
said
double by Ross Patterson to clean things up. Got the corner guard and also the one in the house. Murdoch now has nothing to work with. It's Stone at the back, really out of play. It's not going to be of any help to him at all. He's going to need a mistake by Team Grabe in order to score some points here.
Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
And I'm sure Dave's already thinking that looks like this could be a blank end, which means he would have to score, go real hard to score a 2 in the 7th and then steal one coming home to win.
Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Greg Drummond being asked for another guard. Dave will keep putting guards up, hoping to get something that he can get behind for his 2. You may see him try and get somewhere down in near that stone that's out of play, trying to create something off of that if corner guards continue to be peeled. Although he'd need 2 mistakes back there to get one in
Yep.
play.
Hard.
Hard.
Really hard.
These rocks with the draw,
Okay, we're good,
curling
we're good.
quite
Good job.
aggressively with weight, running pretty straight. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, speed and rotation will make stone go straighter down the ice. So these players practice a lot on being able to throw a stone straight down the ice. It makes it easy to read for the skip And more rotation, more speed, of course. There's a lot more bounce off the stone you're hitting, so the shooter will roll out of play.
These teams have all become so good at hitting.
3.
Yeah, all those hours in the gym, pushing your legs and building them up. Most of the men will play clearing weight somewhere sub 7 seconds hog to hog, and that's speedy. That's twice as fast as a draw is going down the eye. A draw running 14 and a half seconds between the hog lines. Whoops, might have got a bit of an error here.
Just gets enough of it.
Enough of it with the big weight. Easily it goes out of house. As we mentioned earlier, these stones are very lively. You don't have to hit very big piece of them to get them to go.
Looked like a lot of ice for a few. Huh? Looked like a lot of ice. It did look like a lot of ice.
Same type of rocks used at the Olympics and Worlds. Case of Scotland.
Composed slide ever, but it was a lot.
So would these be gray Trevor with a blue hone insert?
Common Ailsa
Common Elsa insert.
with a blue hole.
Oh,
insert.
Common Elsa.
Yes.
I bow to your superior knowledge on granite.
Taken off the same island, Ailsa Creek, off the coast of Scotland.
I don't know if you think we should bend
These are
this
double
at some point
inserts,
soon.
so we'll have inserts on both sides.
I wouldn't like to throw a game winner with it.
Nose okay.
Yeah, normal. 10 more.
So Logan just trying to make this stone go away. He'd like to stick and force Murdoch to actually blank the end with a shot rather than just a throw through.
Clean. Clean.
Yep.
Hard.
Because some of the time the players do make a mistake and stick.
Right to it. Right to it.
Very close.
Nice end by Team Gray.
Yep.
Didn't really let Murdoch get anything at all developing. So Dave will be looking at blanking this end, going as hard as he possibly can for 2 in the 7th and hoping to steal one coming home. So tall order. Job 1 though is to make this stone go away and roll out.
Hard roll.
Yeah.
Accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
And Logan Gray would like nothing more than to play 2 more ends just like that one.
But we know that's,
No, we couldn't see him.
there's always something, isn't there? And that's what makes this game. If it weren't for mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, your juniors are all sitting up there, Al.
And there's juniors, I hope they got their notepads out and their iPhones, taking pictures of situations and chatting with each other.
Great way to learn, experience. All dream of someday being able to play in the Curling Champions Tour final.
This is a great way to learn, is watching those teams that perform and execute, see what they're doing, how they play, how they walk around the ice, how they talk with each other, how they communicate. All pieces of the puzzle that you need to have if you're going to play at this level.
Good line.
Positive, Bibsy, aye.
So we'll see if Team Grey can
Well,
repeat
bit tight.
the last end.
Yep. Bro, let's go.
Or they'll be trying to throw stone
Line's
top
good
of the
now.
forefoot.
Team Murdoch can come up with something different to create a mistake. This rock here from Richard
Hey,
Woods
grab my
is
mitts.
better than the one he played in the last end.
That's perfect. If they
Off
could have
one
wanted to
spot.
carry it down, that's just about where they would have put it. Full 4 foot in front of the tee line.
So I noticed Murdoch walking way out there to put the broom down instead of standing on the tee line.
Yeah, some players.
Some sort of psychological trick here with the leader.
I think sometimes players like to throw to where the skip's standing, and maybe his lead's been having trouble with being heavy on shots. And I know I've done that occasionally when my lead kept throwing, when I'm standing on the tee line, they kept throwing them on the tee line. I just, okay, if you're going to throw to where I'm standing, I might as well stand out where I want it to stop.
So you were always standing out there with your lead, right?
Occasionally.
Greetings back to Vancouver.
So Bob, if you're watching, that's why I stood out there.
A little bit tighter. Make sure it's in. Make sure it's in.
Just. Let's get forward back.
Now the option for this stone, of course, this is another stone in play, something Murdoch could use. You'll see a lot of teams in this situation will actually throw that stone through the house because the more stones in play, the more chances Dave Murdoch actually has. And Logan Gray may just have helped Murdoch create a two-ender. So a lot of times they'll just throw that one away and then start their peeling game.
And we see here Murdoch was indicating a double bump and a roll behind.
Yeah, he wants to hit this stone almost on the nose, push it against the other red stone, leave those two stones behind the tee line and leave his shooter in front of them, knowing that he'll have one behind the guard, one behind the tee line, stones that he can freeze on later on. Brusher's really working, trying to hold the line on this stone. And not able to do that. In fact, the only stone behind the tee line is their own. I think you'll see Logan Gray go up and here's an option because those stones could be doubled out. He might hit the one in the house, but I think he'll take the corner guard off. Figuring he'll get 5 more chances after this stone to double out any stones that Murdoch puts in play.
Played. Yep. Good. Real nice throw. Oh, yeah.
Successfully peeled. Murdoch's going to guard that stone of his in the house, hoping that for his last stone he can make a double and score 2 points. So they'll probably play this game here for the next 2 or 3 stones where corner guard peel will happen. And then eventually one of them will have to make a decision about whether they ignore the corner guard or when Dave plays the double.
Even 1, 2.
Oh, I don't know what to do with it, guys. There'll be someone.
This one seems to be over curling and the lines was tight, so
Right on the Schützen guard.
Peel.
Let's peel out.
Yep.
in fact that stone's not of much use because
Way out there.
to get behind it you'd be on the side of the tee line, and because it's so long
Yep.
you'd be able to take that out if you're Logan Gray. So he's not going to take that corner guard off because it's not very useful. He's going to hit the stone in the house, and he won't want to stay and give Murdoch something to use.
Straight draw. Even if it's a guard spot, and they'll pull the top one.
Murdoch's going to go around that corner guard.
Does get you into a fresh piece of ice that you haven't played that much before. So if you do get one out there, it might just make it that much more difficult for Gray. Scott Andrews.
Top 8. Top 12.
T-line. Mike only.
Deeper than top 12. Yes. T-line. T-line. At least T-line.
Back here. Back here, Mike.
You
Come
see
on.
the rock moving, but it's got some speed
Hard.
on it.
Well past the guard, missed the guard by over a meter.
Hard.
Just a touch
Hard.
heavy.
Come on. Gotta go. Okay.
Just less.
Normal.
A bit
And
little
so they-
slower. They might have been able to drag it in there
me
and
that.
they got a little more
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah. They said they could see half of it from the hack, so with the amount of curl in the ice, they're going to play just soft, normal takeout weight.
Really hard.
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Grant
Whoa.
Hardy
Yep.
here
Whoa.
in the semifinal of the Curling Champions Tour event.
And you'll see Gray sweeping that. He doesn't want that anywhere near where Murdoch might be able to use it.
Well done. Young third.
You give that a fair chuck, Scott, yeah?
Not sure if this
see
is
that
a
right
permanent
back.
change or something for the future, or just Grant helping out.
Okay.
Time will tell, I guess. Although Grant Hardy has a very good
I
junior
mean, that's there as
team
long as we
that he
sit
played
here.
with, and
But anything
I'd be
back there is an
disappointed
easy
if
task.
they didn't continue
Yeah.
on together up into the senior levels.
They have played some of the
Go,
tour
one's
events
round the
this year.
corner.
Yeah.
And some very good showings. Certainly some great games I've seen from the young lads.
Grant Hardy is actually his own team ranked 14th on the tour, third highest Scottish team.
Oh.
Just
From the
Mike.
Crocketford
Mike
Curling Club.
only.
They won almost 10,000
Waist
Canadian
nice.
dollars this year.
Wish I had won that much money when
Gotta
I was
go.
that age
Hard,
playing.
Mike. Come on. I gotta go. Hard.
I'm sure that went into
Keep going, guys. Hard. Farso, go.
Music.
Go,
Maybe
go,
some
go,
Red
go,
Bull.
go, 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 go.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that one
That didn't
isn't as
finish.
covered as the last one is, so this one will be a little easier to remove. However, you still have to focus and throw the stone properly.
Didn't notice if David gave any less ice on that shot.
Hard, clean,
Hard.
clean.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard
Hard.
is good. Keep going, Bibsy. Keep
Just
going. Hard.
skims by the guard.
Go. Far as you can. Far as you can.
rolls.
Keep going. Go, 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 go. Get it
Like
open.
to take that one right out. Lands in the back of the house.
Works there, eh?
Logan Gray being the best Scottish team on the Champions Tour this year.
We're just rumble them around a bit, Greg. Can do. Try and make some sort of pocket.
Yeah. I think that's a better shot.
Okay.
Hardy actually played with his team in 5 events, and he
Yeah,
qualified
I think
in
that's-
4 of them.
Pretty good.
I think his blanking here is not a disaster.
His best place finishes were in Champery and Edinburgh, where he finished 3rd place.
I think that's their only
I watched
option.
them play in Basel in October. They didn't qualify, but they sure had some great games.
So like backache over, I guess.
Yeah.
Come through to T line.
Yep.
Take back 4.
Yep. Whoa.
We're not.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Murdoch switching things up
Okay,
now
go
and
Go, 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 go.
trying to create some potential pockets for himself.
Didn't quite work out for him.
Just to make things difficult for ourselves.
I don't think Gray is going to want to be actually rolling into the back of the forefoot here.
I just peel it, do we?
Somebody said just peel it. I think that would be a good call. I think hitting and rolling, if you end up rolling just at the back of the forefoot, Murdoch can freeze to it.
Is this
So I think you just want to make it go away and leave those stones the way they are. Right now, there's nothing really Murdoch can do. He can try and draw behind the one top button, but then if Gray guards it, he'd have no chance for 2.
Is Logan looking at trying to
Try and
take
make a
out
double
both?
onto the back red. Just makes his freeze a bit harder.
Just get a bit Logan.
That's what he was
I
saying.
mean, guess he makes
Yeah,
it
they're
freeze at the
thinking
back.
that,
We throw it hard.
Doubled both of these
If they
out.
hit and roll out, that Murdoch will play the wide out turn around, trying to freeze on the stone at the back of the 8-foot. Just hit second shot. And then if Gray was to make some kind of mistake, he would have be able to hit the stone at the top of the button for 2. So if he was to roll over there and perhaps take that one out of play, that would make the come round more difficult. Always thinking ahead, these players are.
Okay.
He just makes it go away. Important thing was, I think, that he didn't stay
Bell end in that line.
somewhere behind the tee line in the forefoot.
Wanted to get a little more of it. Didn't
That's
come
not
up
peel,
for him.
Still solid peel.
Not unhappy.
That's my beginner slide again.
Yeah. That'll do.
Murdoch's got
No
2
idea
rocks
what the rest of
left.
them played now.
Here
And
in
Murdoch's going to try and manufacture 2 somehow. He's going to need a mistake out of Gray.
I don't think
Certainly.
freezing down to the back one is good enough. He's going to have to end up shot here somehow.
Well, I think he's trying to be second shot, and if he can be second shot, he might leave himself some kind of a...
We admired him this week on the tech. When Mikey's on it, chipped the guard. I was watching it, I was like, oh, that's a good shoot that.
Sometimes
sometimes when you're sliding out, you just catch yourself in the corner.
I think he's trying to visualize a bunch of Yellowstones in the house, but I don't think that's going to happen. He's going to have to deal with what's there. And perhaps his best odds are trying to freeze on that one at the back. And he's going to have to make some kind of crazy double or something on his last shot for 2.
I'm going to dart up for a drink.
Play the hardest shot. Here.
If we go here, he might try and guard us.
What do we need to be short like? Feeling the floor. He's not going to guard if we're second. There's no way he's going to play that. So.
I think it's worst case scenario he only loses a 2.
Yeah. I
Best
think
case
I
scenario
like
steals.
whipping it around, Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our
See
best
behind
chance.
the players,
So
there's
how
a
much you bet?
Oh,
clock
way out in the
flicking
woods.
away.
Yeah.
So they have to be concerned somewhat with that, although they have plenty of time to play one more end.
I think he just decided here to cold draw around that. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Yeah, I think they're trying to draw around the stone at the top of the 8-foot and freeze near that stone at the back of the 8-foot. That would
like
give him
6 feet
second
on.
shot. They're not sure what Logan will play. Logan might play a freeze or a tap, but they're hoping that it'll create some kind of probably difficult double takeout for Murdoch to score 2.
Line only!
Hard line!
Off the.
Gotta go.
Oh, jeez. Oh, it's
Gotta make a
back.
freeze on this one.
Oh,
This one's moving.
Hard!
fucking.
Waist there. Line only. Line! Yeah, gotta go for line.
This one really picked up a curl. I don't know if it picked on something.
Dave seemed to think it picked. I'm not sure, as you say, whether that was the ice that did that.
Yeah, it's a big swing coming off.
You're doing well to catch that though.
I think it was some sort of dirt.
Doing well not to go underneath it.
It's unfortunate.
Seems to be a lot of discussion here, but I
Nose does
think
make
Gray's got to make that one go away.
Yeah, that's
Just-
about it.
I would
Just
love
off
to. I'd
nose.
love to just
Pretty
squeak
hard
this
to
by
make
here
two
and leave it
if
here.
that one's not sitting around, is it?
Punching this onto you is not bad.
Main concern is the yellow one goes out of play.
No.
Yeah, if you can roll perfect, that's bonus, but
Doesn't mean
You've got
anything
to
easy.
play that
Or is
same
he
draw around
thinking
the
that
outside.
maybe if
You're
we
sitting here
steal
now.
1 or 2 here, we might
think
be
that's
shaking
tough.
hands?
Yeah, maybe. Normal?
Unless you want easy.
talking about where he'd like to roll.
Okay.
He'd certainly love to hit this about 3/4 and roll right in front. Dave may not be able to score.
I don't think there's a good shot to guard, is there?
No.
That would be a scary thought, I think. Trying to
Normal.
guard that.
No, this shot is totally dictated by the scoreboard. He's up 2 points.
I meant more.
And taking out this stone, the worst case scenario is he's up 1 playing the last end with last stone.
Whoa!
That's a pretty good worst case scenario for him.
Hard!
Clean.
Hard!
Just
Hard! Hard!
Great shot. Murdoch may not be able to score.
No.
We've got a shot.
Murdoch might have to actually
Squeeze through
concede 1.
You could squeeze through it. They're almost parallel.
Yeah, if he hits the stone touching the center line first, then off the other one, and comes back towards center,
Yeah.
he
He's
may
only
be
have
able to
enough,
score.
enough energy to move that.
He's going to have to throw it hard.
The one off the button.
And if he gives Gray 1, he'll have to score 3 coming home,
Yeah.
which is a tall order.
Hit your one here first.
Last rock here in the 7th
Get
end.
lucky with the follow through.
With Murdoch trying to stay in this game.
He's in
Come
a
here, Greg.
pile of trouble here. He's got to make a huge shot. Huge shot just to give up 1. As I say, I'm not sure he can really score the angles of these stones.
Oh, oh.
Not laying a broom to it.
No, he's the curl, he's the curl. Right,
Oh, what a shot.
Great shot by Murdoch.
just like he
Squeeze
called
through
it.
the hole. Scored
he
his
hit it
1
on
point. Keeps
Hit it on
himself
the
alive in the game. Let's get another look at that. Hits these rocks simultaneously, and the shooter squeezes between them.
Good. Good boys. Still in this.
Yeah.
Aye. Right.
Hitting wide one first. What are we 1 up with?
Maybe we can see the replay on the rocks again.
Yeah. Take some decent rocks for it. Yeah.
Lots of time left.
Teams should be able to play an end in 7 minutes without too much difficulty.
Murdoch obviously needing to draw lots.
Time shouldn't be an issue.
And we're down to the last end here in the, or what may be the last end, we don't know. Murdoch steals.
One's good.
Here at the European Masters.
Murdoch will be doing
Champions
everything.
Tour final of the 2014 season.
Murdoch will be doing everything he can to try and clutter up the center and get stones on the button. Logan Gray will be trying to keep the center open for potentially a last shot to the 4-foot to win.
Plays nice.
Whoa.
So
Close.
he'll be trying to
Yep.
move this stone.
Hard.
It's in the free guard zone.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Little tick shot.
Whoa. Go, Ross. Hard. 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 Hard.
My name is Armin Harder, and I'm here with Al Moore. And we're certainly happy to be here on a beautiful sunny Friday afternoon. m.stgallen, Switzerland. Local time is almost 2:30.
Where's good?
And like you said earlier, it's about 20 degrees out there, so these boys will be happy to get off the ice and put the shorts on and
Get out in the sunshine.
maybe go for a swim at the hotel, who knows?
Come on. Gotta get over.
Great accommodations here for the Masters. Really nice event.
Here, let's wait.
Yeah,
It's,
then. Hard.
a wellness
Really hard line.
hotel.
Hard
All
line.
the spa facilities you could want.
Hard.
So after the
Whoa,
first
whoa.
tick was successfully executed,
Oh, man. Go on, Ross. Put it in.
Hotel
Wee bit
Oberbite.
would be nice, isn't it?
another great shot
shot.
by
Takes it.
Woods.
Yeah, that kind of knocks out any hope of.
Now
possibly
they need
stealing
a
one.
mistake, either a
Two.
peel
Line
that's hit on
tight.
the nose
One.
or one that's perhaps jammed
Line
on
tight.
one of the other stones and rolled closer to center.
Wait's good.
Teams are practicing that soft peeling tick shot more and more and more, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to get center guards.
This is sliding right into the rings.
It's a little closer to the house than they wanted.
thought that was
It
your
makes
three.
it difficult for a shooter to hit any other stones.
Yeah, I think so. So we're like.
Now that's the only danger right now with a long guard is trying to clear it with all that debris laying on either side.
Clean. Good. Good.
That kind of makes it
Right.
easy if there's
Yeah.
nothing behind it.
Right.
Yep. They want this guard up where the other ones are so that the shooter will potentially roll against them to make them a little closer to the center, or that the hit stone will hit one of the other
Halfway.
stones that's
Good. Line's
already in play.
I
Here
would
if you
just
can
throw
get it,
one over
guys.
the hog line here.
Wait's pretty good. Easy, easy, easy.
Just get that angle on that
Right in the
debris.
just two, just two.
I wouldn't go
Yep,
too
yep,
deep.
yep. Go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard.
He's trying to make it so that the shooter will roll off, and
Good.
Logan has to be careful with this one. He could hit it
Think we'll hit it
onto
this
that
way,
other
don't we?
yellow stone and roll it in, or he could hit it onto his red stone in the house, and he's
Bobby, you like
got to be
Logan?
careful where his shooter
Press
rolls
one
to.
foot
So
if you want.
that was in a
Safe
pretty
one.
good position. where they have
That's
to
easier.
actually
If we head on to that, it's no big deal, eh?
have some concern. It's no big deal if they hit it on their own, they say. However, I've seen stones like that where they can hit it 3/4 on their own and roll it into the back of the 4
Gotta
foot.
go.
Then it does become a little concern.
And
Whoa.
things like that always
Hold on.
happen in the most inopportune moment. And here we go. We got the jam. And
Kinda just
looks
like-
like you called it, Al.
Kind of just like
Almost.
that. So that's a stone that
Round the guard.
sort of Murdoch, it's not perfect, but it's,
It gives them something.
it
some
gives them
hope.
something to work with.
Certainly some hope. And,
I hate when I'm right sometimes on that.
oh, you're hardly being able to live with you soon. Comes home with a gold medal and listen to him.
2.5.
And honestly, I didn't have a remote control on that one. It just happened all by itself. But, you know, players, skips, and have to be aware of
Scots, got room.
worst case scenarios.
Yep, come on.
And now Dave will guard that stone, and
Hard, real hard.
he's thinking on his last one he'll put one just half in the 4 foot and make Gray look at 2 shots and force him to make a double takeout. And if he makes a little mistake, then there would be a steal.
Do you want to give it a go? No.
Your rotation.
Single
If you
peel's
want,
okay,
but
but
we need to make sure we run it first and foremost.
okay. Yep.
I mean, the other thing is, if play off Fitt's hand, we might bring this into the house.
I don't.
We are in turn.
Just going to straight peel it. Again, they got to be careful on this one. They don't hit it too thinly, and they can jam it on the other yellow one. Not that I think that's going to happen with.
Yep, really hard.
Whoa.
Really, really hard.
Hard. Hard.
Go on, Bootsy.
And I think perhaps that
Just
might have been
a
in
bit of a
Grant
nose.
Hardy's head.
Yeah.
That I don't want to be narrow on this or wide on this and jam it, and they end up coming narrow. And now Murdoch definitely has stones to work with.
All of a sudden, we have a game going on.
All right, mate.
Really don't want to throw that neck. Really didn't like that.
Line's good. Lots of room.
Top 4. Top 8.
Scott only.
We've got
Come on,
another
guys,
final
right
in
to the middle
the
of this.
5th to 8th group.
Line's getting good.
Over on sheet A, Team Eriksson of
we're gonna go.
Sweden scored 2 in the
Over that
7th,
line.
take a 5-2 lead,
Keep going.
and then ran
Keep
Team
going.
Verkeman
Right to the
out of
hard,
stones in the 8th end.
hard.
Nice shot here by Greg Drummond. And,
I don't mind going after this one.
Okay.
Logan has a decision to make here.
There's no real benefit in sticking around, though, eh?
I don't know if that shot
Like
that we
this.
normally would not be good enough to win, but with the
Just
Okay.
makes the shot
guards
10
laying
times
out on the
harder.
corner here, it makes that draw a little more difficult.
Yep,
Yep.
I got
What
to
have
be
you got
careful
with
that
Ah.
stone that's on the
Spill it?
left side as we look at it, that yellow stone. It
Eh,
might be a
normal,
little
yeah.
bit in the way of a draw
They're
to
not
the
going to
button.
put too
The
much
way
better
that
one in
the
than
ice
that.
curls so hard at the end.
To normal line.
And
Normal.
so he's not going to take the shot at peeling the guard, because if they peel that guard, then he thinks Dave will just put a much better one up. So he's going to take a run at the stones in the house
Yep, hard.
and at
Hard.
least try and keep
Whoa.
the path for the
Hard.
draw open.
Hard.
Whoa.
Grant
Whoa.
Hardy trying to
Whoa.
make good on his.
Good shot, Grant.
Might make the, it doesn't make the double, but
Oh,
they weren't concerned with sticking there. They were concerned with eliminating that stone in the house. Murdoch would like nothing better than to have Logan Gray facing that exact same situation with his last one.
Was he?
So Dave's going to try and get it back in the same place twice here. Figures that if Logan peels it out the first time, he puts it back.
Yeah.
Logan's got to have him make a decision about whether he should try and draw for the win or peel it out again and play for the extra end.
That draw to the 4 foot is not easy, that's for sure. He gets this rock here back in the same place.
Yeah, he'd like to put it back in the same place twice, I think.
Probably tighter than that. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
Top 4.
Room.
Top 8.
Lots of room. Big line.
Top 8.
See, he just misses
Gotta
that
go, Scott,
stone.
A
hard.
little wide though.
Gotta get across the line as much as you can, Scott. Hard.
To
Hard.
work it to get it in there, want a piece of the 4 foot.
Yeah, that's really well done. It's almost exactly where it was. It makes the double very, very difficult. You might see
What have you
Logan
got?
play a little quieter weight, or he might
Oh, that's not enough. still need to move it though.
It's a good half, aye.
There's no, you're not coming here, are you?
He could play the out turn down to the back one and sit shot, but that would leave Murdoch with a tap up of his own. I think he's got to make the
Aye,
same
doubles
play
in
he just
barrier.
made with Grants and
Oh, they could play cut weight. I think it's just. I think it is there.
I
If
think
we
it's
had a thick half, they're going.
Yeah.
He might be able to see a
kinda think
little
more
more of
easy.
that rock than Grant did.
I'm
Still
not
there,
sure.
barrier.
Maybe he can get that double.
I just don't want to flirt with the guard too much.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Moving that guard's not a killer though.
It's not awful. No, I mean he's going to put one back, say here,
Yeah.
or make me face 3 perhaps.
Yeah,
And
you've
if I
always
shot
got
down
this.
the out turn.
Yeah. Fire up.
What do you think?
That.
Yep.
But wait.
It's easy. Okay.
They decided on a little quieter weight. They are going to try and hang around with their shooter and take a run at perhaps getting a piece of that stone at the back of the 8 foot and moving it, if not out of the house, at least moving it a little bit further back. So he's throwing soft takeout weight, what they call barrier weight.
Barrier.
Barrier weight. That's the
Sorry.
enough speed to go to the bumpers, as it's commonly called in a lot of places. Bumper weight, same thing.
Whoa. Right off.
Nope.
A little bit outside on this
Right
one.
off.
So we have a semifinal.
You got.
Ooh, just gets a piece of it. Will allow Murdoch to do exactly what you
Dave
said he
could
would
put
try
this
to
one.
do.
If Dave can put this one right back, Logan's going to have a big decision to make. Play the same shot and go the extra end,
If you can get a bite in the
or
floor
maybe
better,
perhaps play the out turn
so he's out
through
some draws.
between the 2 red stones.
Who's the
Looks like we have a Hess win on sheet
6
And
inches.
it takes away the out turn draw as well.
B here.
Now, I think, I'm not positive, I think Hess scored 1 in the 7th end to take a 6-3 lead and has run Pfister out of stones in the 8th end.
We'll get that update in very quickly.
Bigger line. Top 4. Bigger line.
Hess will be facing
Definitely bigger line. Leave it as late as you
Top
can.
4. Top 8. Top
Wait.
4.
Like.
I think perhaps Hess blanked
No,
that in.
no, don't need
Back to our game.
Don't need
Oh,
to.
Davis
Murdoch's made a huge
error.
mistake here.
just gave it away.
Huge mistake. He wanted to put that stone exactly where it was. He's gone 2 meters heavy, and he's left Gray relatively easy, nothing simple, but relatively easy chance to win this game. He could have afforded to been top 12 foot on that one and at least caused Gray a little bit of problems. They,
Very surprised here.
Let's know we've got back in. 305, 305.
Dave's chatting with his brushers. He seems to be a little confused about how far that one went.
So Logan Gray
He needs to draw the
Chance
4
to-
foot for the win.
with the win put himself into a final against Team Hess here at the European Masters Curling Champions Tour final.
And when he started
you,
this
man.
end, that's all he was looking for was an
Wait on
open
me.
path to the 4 foot.
No.
It's okay.
Line's fine.
Line's
Probably
good.
after his
Line's
last
good.
shot,
No
he didn't
back,
think
no
he would
back
have
in.
this.
Didn't,
got
probably
nothing.
did not think he would have this, but this is
Carl.
running too.
His
No, you've got
brushers
nothing.
aren't touching
Carl. Carl.
Carl.
Oh, he's throwing
Yeah.
this away.
You're on the back.
Looks like we got an extra end.
it. And he is also heavy, so perhaps that track is a little faster than they thought. And another huge mistake from Gray allowed Murdoch
Well, laid out how I wanted.
to steal a point. And we're going to play another end.
Very friendly to each other there.
Very disappointing last 2 shots for these 2 teams. David had a chance to put big pressure on, failed to do it, and he probably thought he just lost the game throwing it away. And then Gray sitting in the hack, perhaps a little adrenaline pump there, thinking, oh my gosh, I'm off the hook. I've got this to win, maybe a little adrenaline, and just gave it a couple of meters extra.
Well, we're into an extra end here at the Masters. Murdoch versus Gray. Both trying to qualify for the final tomorrow. And that final will be against Team Hess of Switzerland. Somewhat of a surprise. Team Hess not having had a good Swiss championship.
They haven't had a fabulous year. They've been okay, but
Done all right on the tour. I think they're in
We're going to overcurl.
they're in third place on the tour.
It's good for one.
third
Yeah.
place on the
We're
Curling
other
Champions
sides of
Tour
seven now,
ranking.
like.
Certainly we're hoping better to do better at the Swiss Championships. Like won $31,600, which isn't too bad.
They've played in a lot of events. They went 4 events in Canada and 5 events in Switzerland. They also traveled to Scotland and Germany. So add that all up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 events they played in, and only in 3 of those events did they not qualify, but qualified in 8 of those events. And one of those events in Canada, White Drugstore Classic
Back in November.
in Manitoba, Swan River.
Numbers out, Ross?
That was a big win, cashing in 12,000.
Third place in the Casino Challenge in Charlevoix, 4,000 there. And Champery, third place, 5,800. So relatively good year. Been fairly busy traveling around. Perhaps maybe we're a little burned out by the time they got Swiss Championship, where they didn't do as well as they were hoping to. And seeing as they didn't have to go to any World Championships, they probably had some time to rest, and maybe they're bringing it for this championship.
Well,
Line's good, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going.
a total of 32,000 on the line.
Right to the center. Go, 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 go,
Pretty
go.
good time to do that.
Good.
As you, the first stone was not taken out of play, but raised straight in. So Logan's going to peel his own stone out of play, which he's entitled to do, which will leave 1 guard, and then he can start peeling. The good news is that there won't be any debris at the side of the sheet that he could crash onto later.
Let's take off, Dave.
This doesn't look good.
Uh-oh.
You see, you talk too much. It was just
And
looking for a
perhaps a
yes
loss
or a
of
no on that
focus
one.
by Team Gray. In
Two
fact,
perfect shots in the 8th. And,
he
two
missed
misses
his
here.
he missed his own shot, and by missing his own shot, he's hit the stone that was in the free guard zone out of play, so it gets replaced.
Okay, this is 3, so.
And now, after 4 stones, there's going to be 4 stones
This is
in
this,
play.
Dave.
Gray loses this game, he'll be kicking himself quite a bit. I think he certainly had it in and under control.
And one of the things
Yep.
the team has to do is after a perhaps disappointing end where they thought they had the
I don't know
game
what's
won
happened
and
to
maybe
that.
weren't
Whoa.
expected to be playing right now,
Let's grab. Yep. Heavy.
you have to
Whoa.
refocus. You have to let that stuff go and refocus
Yep,
and realize
yep,
that
whoa.
There is a big swing coming off that side, I think.
I think it's this one, is it?
Doing it on the
Sorry
right
that we do this.
so Gray's got 2
I like the red
options here.
on
He
top.
can try and
Split this.
run his own
I like
guard
that.
and totally open up the front, or he could try and run a yellow one into the one in the house and open that up. But I think he's elected to try and run his own stone into the center guard and get rid of both of them. And that's Ross Patterson been entrusted to do that.
Whoa.
And gets 1,
And
gets 2.
very good
There
job.
You go.
Very good job. Totally opened up the front. Ross has had a pretty good game. We're not keeping stats, but I can't remember him missing too many shots in this game.
That's been pretty solid. And Logan will be happy to see those guards all disappear.
And now they can plan on trying to run guards that Murdoch has at some angle
Tight.
and start to move the stones out of the house as well.
3. Wait.
Because Dave can't guard both of them, and he's going to leave some angle. This one's coming a little closer than they would have liked. They would have liked that probably halfway between the house and the hog, and that's left
Might he be able to triple him out?
Might be able to triple him, although I think he'd leave a shooter. I think he'd probably much rather kill a couple.
What's the pace, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Half.
So they're looking at hitting the stone, the guard in front, and removing the stone at the top of the 8-foot too.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Close.
Whoa, whoa,
Close.
whoa.
Yep.
Whoa!
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa. Left.
It's one. Doesn't quite get it.
Actually, they should have been sweeping that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Straight guard.
But
Yeah,
certainly moves
got
it out of the
I think we should
danger
start
area.
playing here. Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to cause any problems for a draw. It's deep in the house, so it's not in the way of any draw. So for all intents and purposes, it did do its job. Murdoch will be trying to
Whoa,
line
whoa,
up the
guys,
stone
just
in the
two.
house with this guard so
Line's
that they
good.
can't be double peeled.
Line's good. Right here. Play close to your brush, Dave. Whoa.
And he doesn't want it too close
line's
either.
good.
Whoa.
Halfway would be about where he wanted, and I think that's just
nice.
about where he's got it.
Good.
Good shot by Greg Drummond. And you'll hear Gray say just a single. He doesn't want to take a chance of running that yellow in onto the other yellow on the side. You saw what happened last end. That's another stone that he could end up rolling into the 4-foot. So he's
Yep.
not concerned
Hard.
with that stone
Hard.
out there.
Hard.
He's just trying to get rid
Hard.
of the one.
Really hard. Really
Hard,
hard.
hard,
Go
hard,
on,
hard.
Ross. Get it off
Away.
there. Go, 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 go. Every inch.
Almost got it.
I just messed that.
Almost got it, wasn't trying to.
Okay, fine.
Pretty happy to see that rock
Same place,
disappear, I would think.
And he's rolled the shooter far enough away, so again, that's not a problem for any draw that Gray would have to make.
Two and a half.
Yeah, just two. Here, bigger line, guys.
A little bit shorter.
Okay.
Two.
Scott. No line, just shoot.
We want this again
Come
halfway.
on. Hard, Scott. Hard! Hard! Go, 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 go. Come on. Hard. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Okay. Good shot, guys.
Good spot. As you hear Gray yell out, just the same, just a single. Let's not.
Good, mate. That's yours. What do you fancy?
Dave Murdoch's gonna have to make a decision on his next one whether he should come around or throw another guard. He'll try and come around that stone at the top of the 12-foot.
Same guard, Edge 8.
And as we heard them talking in the background, he's already made that decision. So Logan Gray, right now, his mind's working. If Murdoch makes this perfect guard, his option would be to get in first and try and draw in front of the tee line around the guards first, or peel the guard off and outdraw Murdoch's shot.
Very nice. Just a nice two, guys.
To remind everybody, at 7:30 on Saturday, Central European time, we will be showing you live coverage.
Two and a half. Right here, tighter than
Sorry,
mine.
just getting something else here.
Two. Definitely tighter than mine. Easy. Two and a half. No.
You're further.
No. Never. Just guard this one straight. It's good. Whoa. Two and a half. Stop. 2.5.
Okay, new time, 7:10 tomorrow, Central European time. Thank you very much. We'll be showing you final.
Aye.
Final.
I think we'll find Logan's going to try and beat Dave in there. I don't think he wants to give Dave a chance to get in first. If he can get one to top 4-foot, Dave probably has to move it.
My intern's going to come more than Dave's, right? Yep. Let's go that.
Final will be between the winner of this match against
I think we need to, don't we?
Pascal Hess, Switzerland.
His team from
Yeah, let's
Zug,
get Philly buried so he's not getting in either hand.
which I believe is the Apple capital.
The what?
The Apple capital.
Apple?
When you drive into Zug, they have
Is that minimum at the moment?
welcome to Zug and
A bit more.
pictures of
Yeah.
an apple tree.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just guessing it's the Apple capital
So what are you thinking?
of
Speed?
Switzerland.
Okay, I'm not
And actually,
really
what,
familiar
95
with
last
that.
time?
I know there's lots of companies there. tax areas.
I think it's
Line's
low.
good.
I think I gave it a bit.
Line's good. High
I
line.
believe they've
High
been
line.
having a battle with
Really high line.
the Irish
now.
right now.
Coming
and
now.
trying
Close.
to establish
Clean in.
a
Stay
better
close.
tax haven for corporations.
Line's really good. Line's really good. Got to be top tee. Got to be top tee.
Well, there's a few countries on that list.
Yeah.
Go for it. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Just stopped
Oops.
here. They just kind of missed the sweep on that.
So Dave has the out-turn draw to come around everything and get probably just to the back of the button, which could make the shot for Gray really difficult. Sweepers wanted that stone biting the forefoot.
Gotta be. Like, we don't even need to be fully
Down
worried.
the
Just,
last
like,
skips
like,
rocks
guard.
here.
We'd have to be
Murdoch
right
has
next to
one,
that.
and
Just
Gray
to be
has
honest,
his last.
Just plonk it. Yeah.
The ice
We'll
conditions
definitely have a
could be
decision here.
ice conditions could be a little bit different. This is the only game left out in the arena. It's a big air space. It might have got a little bit cooler out there, and the players are having a little bit of difficulty with figuring out the speed, perhaps.
The one that tapped the guard. Scott was 3 and it went like.
enough. Aye, yeah.
David Murdoch's last rock.
Waist close. Line's good.
Waits.
Line's tight.
Sweepers seem
Yep.
to like it.
Line only.
Line's good.
Oh,
Line only. Close.
Line only.
Stay close.
Dead tee.
Yep.
Dead
Dead
tee
tee.
line. Dead tee line.
Line's
Room,
looking
room,
pretty
room,
good.
room. Room.
Needs to stop now.
Right in the tee line. Yep. Go, 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 go.
Great shot.
Great shot, side of the button, totally covered.
Fans liked it.
Thunderous applause.
Back as well.
Gray has 2 shots he can make. He can try and follow that down and tap it a
Oh,
bit.
I knew it. I could feel it biting my hand. I was like, fuck it. Just as you said, lob
And,
it.
or he could play a tap up on his own stone.
Sneak a little
So he's
left,
got
can you?
2 minutes and 30
Raise
seconds
it,
to
you
make
do
his
it in the draw,
decision and throw the stone.
Plenty of time.
Stone only has to cross the tee line
Sorry, yeah.
before the clock expires.
Edge of 4.
Yep.
I'm not sure what decision he's made at this point. Wait for the brush to go down. He's playing the tap, probably with something like hack weight.
That's a good, Aversy. You take with that for a tick, would you?
Decided that the draw, which is certainly there, the draw around his own, in my opinion, might be a little easier. But he's decided he feels better with hack weight. He's probably a little unsure of his speed.
It's good. Down
Win.
the anything.
Win.
Win
Just whoa.
here in the extra
Whoa.
end
No.
of the
Left.
semi-final.
Right off.
Get down.
Weight's good.
Close.
No.
Close. Close. No.
Carl.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, boy.
Gets the raise.
Almost lost it, but grabbed it at the end. Nice shot by Gray. Control weight. And he makes a nice raise takeout to win this semi-final game over Murdoch in an extra end. And they'll go on to play Pascal Hess in the final tomorrow.
So that was it, folks, for today. Glad to have you with us. Al Moore, thank you very much.
Most welcome, enjoyable
Join us.
game.
And as we see here, Team Hess versus Team Gray in tomorrow's final of this European Masters Curling Champions Tour final of the season 2013 and 14. And we look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow again.
Yeah, please join us. Should be some fun.